When somebody calls you a fool because you're thinking something out of the box or you're trying to do something which nobody has done, how do you feel? Well, today let's listen to a story of one such woman who did not know any boundaries and who went truly out of the box to establish herself as a businesswoman in the industry. Welcome again to another session on Learning with Lavanya. So there was this small girl who grew up in Bangalore. She was born and brought up in Bangalore in a very cozy little family. And with her brothers and she being the only daughter of the family, her father always told her not to think that she is any different from her brothers. He was a very liberated man and he used to work for United Breweries, the UB. During her childhood days, she played with her brothers in the UB factory in the basement where she could get the aroma of the barley being cooked and then the entire beer being brewed. She always wanted to become a doctor. She tried very hard to get an admission into the MBBS, but she could not. As a fallback, she did her honors in zoology and attained her bachelor's degree. Later, she wanted to do something related to chemistry or biochemistry. So she went to Australia to study brewing. Now, why brewing? Because her father was in the same industry and she had developed a kind of a passion towards this industry. Now, once she became the master of brewers in one of Australia's university, she came back to India and wanted to find a suitable employment as per her degree. It was very funny because masters of brewing, which means the brewery always knew men who worked in this industry. And she was the only woman in India who got that particular degree for the first time. And none of the companies would agree to employ her only because they always felt that how can men report to a lady and maybe she will not be able to do her duties very well and maybe the union will not accept her. So all of these things led to she being rejected from every job opportunity that she applied for. She got very upset. She said, come on, this is a male dominated society and I wanted to do something out of the box and this is what I get. Let me not be in India. Probably I should find an employment somewhere outside, and she planned to fly out to Scotland. In the meanwhile, she met a foreigner who was able to guide her and he was looking for an enzyme which could be developed from papaya. And since papaya was grown very naturally in India in huge quantities, India was her base. During the year 1978, she started her own company in Bangalore in a small garage in her rented house. With 10,000 rupees in her bank account, well, 10,000 rupees in the year 1978 was a huge amount. So with that amount, she began with her company. The next set of hurdles were always there for her waiting. So she called for an interview. She placed ads in the newspaper requesting for applicants to approach her for different jobs in her own company. Now, every person who came in to the interview thought that she was the secretary of that company. And they walked in and said, I need to meet the managing director. I'm here for an interview. Well, when she said, I am the managing director, they were shocked. The very moment their facial expressions changed, and instead of she interviewing them, they started interviewing her, saying, is my job really going to be secured? How can I work under a woman? And what is the kind of work? Your office seems to be new. It's in a garage. Is this really a company? Is this really going to work? How is it all going to work? So all of these questions were raised by every single employee who turned out at the interview. Finally, she could get 2 employees, 2 men, who were on the verge of retiring, and they were car mechanics. So, with those 2 employees as her only human resource assets, she began her company called Biocon. Well, rest is history. Today, her factory is there in Bangalore, and it has occupied a huge space. Most of Bangalore towards the electronic city is hers. And when she started thinking about investing in the land, people said maybe probably half an acre should be enough for your company to be set up. She bought the land worth 20 acres. She said, no, that is my vision. I am going to think big and I am going to invest. It's okay, even now I might be able to construct the factory only in about half an acre, but it is going to expand very soon. And today, my dear friends, she has bought another 100-acre land where she has already built up a factory, and she is expanding in Malaysia as well, where she has another 50 acres of land. More than 5,000 employees are employed in Biocon, and more than 3,000 people there are chemists who are working on innovation, who are working on research every single day. Well, there was once a period in 1978 when people did not think of investing in her and thought a woman cannot really grow in this male-dominated industry. And today we have the Bangalore commissioner, the police commissioner of Bangalore, visiting her personally in her office, requesting her not to let everybody, all her employees out, as in the shift ends, and letting her employees out of the building together at once, because the electronic city area is going to be crowded. Obviously, with 3,000, 5,000 people getting out of the company all at once, you can imagine the traffic chaos. So, with a person who was struggling to recruit even one person in her office, today she is running so many families and she is doing very, very well. Today she is considered as one of the most influential women on the earth, and she is regarded as a very successful businesswoman as well. Well, that is the effect, or that is the result of thinking out of the box. When nobody was ready to even employ her or even think of doing something like a master's in brewery, and she was the only woman who opted for that career, and today look at what she has become. So all the people who said she was foolish, she was not doing the right thing, she was out of her mind, finally got to know what she was up to. So today, if your friends are telling you, if your colleagues are telling you, if your relatives are telling you, if your own family is telling you that you are insane and you're doing something that is really not really out of the mind, really out of the box, then my dear friends, you must know that you are on the right track. Have a great luck with all your dreams, and I hope you be successful at the end of 2020 with whatever you have planned. Thank you so much for watching, and you like this video, then please like, subscribe and share this video. Also, do not forget to press on the bell icon for more updates. Thank you so much. Have a great day.